Charity is at the heart of Christian discipleship. However, the argument has been made that charity can sometimes just be a Band-Aid, put on a problem that must be addressed at a much deeper level. One description is that charity is equivalent to pulling drowning people out of a river. That's a necessary and life-giving service, to be sure. But justice goes upstream to find out why people are falling in the river in the first place and builds a safe bridge that people can walk across the river. Therefore, charity becomes less necessary, less urgent. If you see things that way, the advocates of justice can begin to demean the works of charity. That's just simply saving victims. The work of justice is understood as keeping people from being victimized. Meanwhile, the agents of charity can dismiss the advocates of justice as, you people don't want to get your hands dirty by getting down and close to the poor in your midst, by working in direct service to the needy. Drawing the relationship of charity and justice that way, it seems to me, is a terrible disservice to the Christian tradition. Another way to think about this is to see these two virtues, and they are both virtues, charity and justice, in the way that I like to suggest Benedict XVI did in his encyclical Caritas in Veritate. He describes the work of justice, and I quote here, as the institutional path. We might also call it the political path of charity. No less excellent and effective than the kind of charity which encounters the neighbor directly. In other words, justice can be understood as the political expression of charity, or it's the application of charity to the institutional and structural aspects of our life as a society. These are two complementary and necessary moments in the response of Christians to the evil of poverty. Philanthropy and personal involvement are vitally important as disciples follow in the way of the Lord Jesus. But preventing future and further poverty through necessary social reform is also a work of neighbor love. Indeed, it may be the best way that we can assist the distant neighbor whom we will never meet face to face. The documents of Catholic social teaching make clear that the Christian tradition sets charity and justice not in tension, certainly not in opposition, but rather holds them up as dual obligations for those of us who hope one day to hear the words of Matthew 25.